The American people deserve nothing less than for those that they elect to keep their promises, what they said that we would do. We took our time listening to the American public on what they needed and what they desired. We put it into a plan called the Commitment to America, and we took it across this country. For the last 2 election cycles that I have been leader, we have won seats. And we have won seats in places that people didn't think we could. When I became leader, Nancy Pelosi became speaker. We both come from the same state. In those 4 years, we added 5 more Republican members of Congress. We have a majority of a 5-seat majority. So many can say we won the majority even in California. We won in Oregon, Arizona, New York, Florida. We won in places a lot of people didn't believe. And I think it was the power of the idea and the commitment to America. And we're going to keep our commitment and pass that for the American public. With that, let me introduce our majority leader, Steve Scalise. You could applaud.
They're trying to remain impartial here. Good to see all of you. And this new House majority, in just a few months, is off to an incredibly strong start, fighting for the hardworking families who have been left behind by Washington for too long. And we are just getting started. As the speaker just talked about, we wanted to come out strong, bringing a good, bold, conservative agenda to the House floor that addressed problems that families are facing all across America. And frankly, most of those problems that families are facing are the result of the failed policies of Joe Biden's reckless spending, radical extreme regulations, continuing to just want to appease the radical left at the expense of lower income families who are paying more for everything that they have to buy to live their lives.
Our president is taking action this week. President Biden has just issued his first veto of his presidency on new piece of legislation, and many disagree with this decision. New data has also revealed that more than 5 million households are still behind on rent, but experts have suggested several ways to address this issue. Dear friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video to hear about all of the new details. President Biden issued the first veto of his presidency on a resolution to overturn a retirement investment rule that allows managers of retirement funds to consider the impact of climate change and other environmental, social, and governance factors when picking investments. Republican lawmakers led the push to pass the resolution through Congress, arguing the rule pushes the liberal agenda on American and will hurt retirees' bottom lines, while Democrats says it's not about ideology and will help investors. The resolution, which would re-sign a Department of Labor rule, passed both Chamber of Congress Democratic Senator of West Virginia and Tester of Montana voting with Republicans in the Senate. President Biden said in a social media post they couldn't take into consideration investments that wouldn't be impacted by climate, impacted by overpaying executives, and that's why I decided to veto it. Davido makes good on Biden's frequent promise to veto legislation passed by the GOP-controlled House. He disagrees with the even before Republicans took control of that chamber. President Biden often mentioned his ability to nix their priorities. Opponents of the rule could try to override Biden's veto, but at this point it appears unlikely. They could get 2/3 of the majority needed in each chamber to do so. Biden's first presidential veto reflects the reality of charged political order in Washington, D.C., with Republicans now in control of the House after they won back the chamber from Democrats in the 2022 midterm election. Previously, Democrats controlled both House and Senate. Now the President Party only has a majority in the Senate. Most legislation passed by the current GOP-controlled House will not be able to pass a Democratic-controlled Senate, but the resolution to overturn the investment rule only needed a simple majority to pass in the Senate. Republican lawmakers advanced under the Congressional Review Act, which allows Congress to roll back regulations from the executive branch without needing to clear the 60-vote threshold in the Senate that's necessary for most legislation. Opponents of the rule have argued that it politicizes retirement investment and that the Biden administration is using it as a way to promote a liberal agenda. So that was it for today, guys, and I hope you liked the video. Please leave a like and also hit the subscribe button. I'll see you next one. Bye bye.